way you want.
Call AA Hauling, 252-946-1227 or AAHauling.com.
Need to insure a boat in Edenton, a business in Elizabeth City, a car in Greenville? How about a farm truck in Mount Olive or a home on the Outer Banks? Weatherly Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with 6 locations in eastern North Carolina, is here to help. Weatherly Insurance Agency has agents you can get to know because they're your neighbors and live in your town. Call today, 888-OBX-2-IBX, or on the web at weatherlyinsurance.com. From the Outer Banks to the Inner Banks, Weatherly Insurance has you covered.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Grimes Built Construction is currently building homes in Pitt and Beaufort County, and they're always looking for land to start new neighborhoods. Grimes Built Construction is a custom home builder, but also builds beautiful spec homes in all price ranges. These aren't cookie-cutter homes. A Grimes-built home has great design, character, and the extra detail you desire.
This is Chad Grimes with Grimes Built Construction. If you're in the market for a new home or if you have land for sale, give me a call, 252-717-1418.
Headlines, humor, hot cakes, hash browns, hot coffee. Patrick. Man, I really had some good alliteration going on until Patrick.
You know what this is?
The best show in town. This is Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson. Live from the Town Bank Studio on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All right, welcome to Wednesday Talk of the Town. It's Hump Day here in the Town Bank Studio. Nice to have you here. Have something on my microphone. Welcome to the program. PJ is here. Good
morning, Big Hen.
Control room is full of humans in there. I'm looking into the control room this morning. We got Michael. We got Logan. Good morning, Logan. We got Cameron is back. First day I've seen Cameron this week. Cameron, you've been going to class? Your classes have started at ECU?
They have.
Do you have early classes? Or you like Logan? Did you schedule everything after 11?
Everything's after 11.
You have a full load this time?
I don't. It's online, but I'm helping out a professor out there a couple of days this week.
How do you do these online classes? You kids today with these online classes, I don't get it. You don't go to class? You don't sit in the classroom and listen to the professor? The professor? You're not going to answer that? She's like,
I don't sit in
she's
class.
Like, what is this old fart talking
Just
about?
online.
Well, she also said she's helping a professor. She's like a TA, I guess.
What year are you? Are you a senior?
I'm a grad student.
You've already graduated. No wonder.
Yeah.
Logan, what year are you, Logan?
I'm a senior.
Senior. We always get them when they're, they only got like a year with us. I thought maybe you guys would be around for until I go to sleep in a casket, but I guess you'll.
Whoa, wait a second.
So there's well, I'm not going to tell this story. I was going to tell a story about a conversation I had with a friend of mine in Raleigh yesterday about our age.
Tell it.
Well, we were talking about, he's one of my suite mates at the ECU football stadium. And, you know, this is the last year of our 10-year commitment. Can you believe it's been 10 years since we built those suites? And we've got to decide if we're going to re-up for another 10 years next year. And I asked him yesterday. I I said, are you going to stay in the suite for another 10 years? He said, look at me, Henry. Do you think I'm going to be here 10 years? I said, well, you know, I'm planning on being around another 10 years, but
right. Can you bequeath that if you do? I mean,
I don't know. I just don't. I don't know what the deal is on.
How about
that.
5?
That's a Ryan Robinson question. I don't.
Why don't you take it year to year? Why can't they let you take it year to year?
You can't do that. You got to make a commitment. Well, the university's got to know that they can pay for it. You know,
I understand that.
That's a $55 million building they built over there.
But we're all day to day at this point. So some more than others. Are you all right?
Some of us are more. I feel like there's something on my microphone that maybe like something that keeps hitting me in the nose. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Today is Wednesday, August 19th. Bill Clinton turns 80 years old today.
Speaking of day to day.
Yeah. Yeah. 80 years old. You think he's still running around checking out the young chicks and all that at 80?
I don't think that urge ever goes away for some people.
Yeah, I mean, if I was living with Hillary, You think she knew all along that something was going on? You think they had like this understanding because he was like
catting around and he was the president and all that? Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I kind of feel like she knew.
There's times you think, okay, this woman can't be that dumb, but then she opens her mouth and says some things or does some things.
It was in the media every day, and there was always speculation before we finally got the actual proof that he and Monica Lewinsky were doing untoward things in the Oval Office.
Right.
It was actually in the little room off the Oval Office, from what we understand. We call that the Monica room now. Wouldn't it be great if he re-recorded that song? You know, a little bit of Monica in my life. Remember this?
You want him to do that?
I want him to re-record that and release it.
I think Limbaugh did a parody.
Oh, he did. I remember that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it happened again yesterday in Florida last night. Wow. It's happened again. Another socialist has won a Democrat primary in Florida. It's just unbelievable. Yesterday was a busy day. After the show, I drove up to Raleigh. I actually had thanks to Laurie Buckout and Congressman Brad Knott, who had a great event yesterday, a great lunch event midday at Carolina Country Club in Raleigh. Thanks to both of them, I got a one-on-one meeting with the Majority Leader, Steve Scalise, who was in town to raise money for both Brad Knott and Laurie Buckout. How'd
that work out?
It was actually I couldn't believe how much time I got with him in a private room. It was really amazing. And he knew exactly what I wanted because he said, "You're on the NAB board, right?"
So someone
had
given him someone gave him the Iggy that you were coming.
He also had seen my Senate testimony. He made we
remembered that, huh?
We had a nice little chat about Senator Marsha Blackburn.
You've developed quite a reputation up there based on that.
No, sir. It's my time.
That's the second or third lawmaker that has mentioned that to you.
Well,
right?
it was on. You know what happens is they keep C-SPAN on in their offices up there.
Sure, right.
And so there was nothing else going on that day that I testified, and everybody wanted to watch it because of Gene Simmons.
Sure.
So
and
they
the
all
star
had it
was
on
Henry Williams Hinton Jr.
And then then it was all over Fox News the rest of the morning.
Sure.
So, they a lot of people saw it. But
No, sir. It's my time.
Okay.
every time you play
Heinous
that,
redneck.
I have a
Your skin crawls.
I have a physical reaction.
Yeah.
Because when she slammed her hand down and wouldn't let me answer,
yeah,
it was. I was like, well, I see where this is going.
Sure. She was such an embarrassment. Even your guy from California was Shifty Schiff was apologetic.
Couldn't believe it. I told Scalise yesterday, I said, when you go into a hearing and the nicest person in the room is Adam Schiff, you know you got problems. So anyway, another socialist has won a primary election. Representative Angie Nixon, who is a member of the DSA, the Democrat Socialist of America, beat Alex Vindman, who was a big star in the Democrat Party. His star rose as a witness in the 2019 Trump impeachment trials.
Right.
In one of the cycle's most unexpected results. So another socialist, but I mean, we were with Scalise yesterday at lunch, and then last night we had dinner with Richard Hudson. Yesterday was all politics all the time. Richard Hudson, the chairman of the National Republican Congressional Committee. So two of the top four Republicans in Congress were in North Carolina yesterday, and I had FaceTime with both of them. And Congressman Hudson last night made the comment, same thing that Mike Johnson said on the show last week, when they're 38. This will make 39 socialists that have won primaries across the country. And I see it as frightening, but on the other hand, it's good news, because I think that the country's not ready for this yet, and it's going to help us, not lose the House in November. Congressman Hudson is convinced we're going to pick up seats, the Republicans. None of the polls say that. All the polls say Trump's approval ratings are so low, people are so mad about gas prices and the Iran war and all that. But here's the thing: when you go in that booth and you make your decision on whether you're going to vote for this person or that person, you have to remember that the Democrat Party, regardless of what James Carville now says and wants to walk back, it is being hijacked by socialism. And I would challenge. Here's the interesting thing for me. You know why this is happening right now? It is the result of what we've seen in our school systems now for the last 20 years, when the school systems went so far to the left and got so woke, and the teachers started questioning capitalism and teaching these kids. These kids don't understand how bad socialism is and what socialism can be. Has anybody bothered to tell young people that are voting for these socialists that socialism has never, ever in the history of the world worked? Name a country where socialism has worked. It leads to dictatorships. It leads to a lack of food and sustenance. It leads to crime and poverty. This is what socialism does, and it's proven over and over again. These young people and these Democrats that are voting for these socialist candidates, they haven't been taught that in school like we were taught that. I remember vividly being taught the difference between socialism, communism, and capitalism. And, how long has it been now that we started hearing some of these left-wing Democrats like Bernie Sanders and others scream capitalism is bad and tax the rich. Tax the rich. You know, how long have we heard the Democrats say the richest people in America aren't paying their fair share of taxes? Yet, you know, Bill Maher made this comment on his show Friday night. 50% of the taxes, 72% of the taxes are paid by the top 5% of people in America. The amount of taxes paid by the people under 50% in the income brackets in America is something like 5%. And so capitalism does work. It does work. It's not perfect, but it's more perfect. It's the most perfect system in the world. And so the fact that we've got another, in of all places, Florida, another socialist that has won another primary, it should scare the hell out of us, because all things happen on a continuum, and we're moving down this continuum. It's not going, you know, it may happen in my lifetime that this Democrat Socialists of America Party, this organization, that they get strong enough that they're going to potentially be able to elect a president. I mean, they're already electing congresspeople in places like Minnesota. We just can't let this happen in America. This is something that we cannot let happen in this country. But here you see it like never before in this midterm election, which is, you know, what gives me hope that when people go into the ballot box, and, you know, you got people like Don Davis who are trying to, you know, typical of Don during election time. Have you seen Don Davis's latest ad? It's once again, it's another Don Davis, don't believe your lying eyes, just believe what I'm telling you. His latest ad is that he's fighting to make sure we don't have fentanyl come across the border.
Oh, God.
Are you kidding me? Don Davis is campaigning on the southern border? I mean, Don, where were you when Biden was letting in millions of people across the southern border, including those that were bringing fentanyl into the United States? Where were you then? Now it's a problem, you say. Don Davis is campaigning now on these, you know, he's the leader in fighting fentanyl coming across the border.
Yeah.
Child, please. Here's the problem. People will fall for it. People will fall for it. Don Davis is a rubber stamp for this same party that we're talking about that is going down the path of socialism. Now, do I think Don Davis is a socialist? No, I don't. Don's an old friend of mine. Don's a very affable human being. He's got a great smile, but he's done nothing. He is a rubber stamp for the Democrat Party in Congress, just like he was a rubber stamp for Roy Cooper in the legislature.
Yep.
Don't believe it? Remember what he did? $250 million in the budget for his district, and he voted against it because Roy Cooper vetoed it. And he would not come in and vote to override that veto. That was a vote against his own people. $250 million. Why? Because he wanted to be the star of the Democrat Party. The only way he could get to Congress, which he did, was to keep on voting and rubber stamping everything that the Democrats do. That's what Don did. And it worked for him. He got to Congress. He got to Congress. And, you know, it's like, and he'll say anything and do anything to get reelected, including now telling us that he's the champion of the southern border. Don Davis, imagine that. Don Davis is now the champion of the southern border after he voted to rubber stamp all of the immigration or lack of immigration policies of the Biden administration. Can you imagine if Kamala Harris had been elected president? Can you imagine? what we would have today in this country.
Oh, it'd be unbelievably bad.
And Don would have been right in lockstep with him. He'd have voted right with him because he always does. He's a rubber stamp for the Democrat Party. This is the party of the socialists now. I don't care what James Carville says. They elected another one last night in Florida. In Florida! You know, look, it started happening in Minnesota, and now you got it happening in Wisconsin. But Florida elected a socialist last night?
And she was, campaign fundraising millions of dollars for Vindman, who should be exiled out of this country, by the way. And she had less than $1 million in her coffers, less than $1 million.
There was a debate last night.
Now, she's a Looney Tune. She's a Looney Tune, this woman is. She's a screech owl Looney Tune.
Which one are you talking about?
Nixon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She'll be right in there with Ilhan Omar.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the only hope we have is that, you know, a socialist certainly can't get elected in the general election in Florida. Can they? Or can they? We just don't know.
I don't
you know
think
what?
so.
It depends on who shows up to vote. You lived in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You understand Florida a lot better than me, so you tell me. I mean,
well, here's the one thing. You know, Byron Donalds wins the Republican nomination,
easily. And he's probably going to be the next governor.
Right, but here's one thing to just keep an eye on last night. If you look at the numbers, the guy that was the businessman Fishman actually did better with the younger Republicans. He won all of the young college-age districts. So everything I've seen from Byron Donalds last night and heard from him this morning is it has got to be turnout. It has got to be turnout. So at least he acknowledges it needs to be a turnout deal for Florida, as it needs to be for all Republicans.
Right.
Because exactly what you just said in the monologue there is the reason why you do not need socialists, do-nothing Democrats like Congressman Davis, because it's got to be turnout. You cannot sit this one out. You really cannot. Everybody talks about, it's the most consequential election ever. I would submit this is the most consequential midterm ever. It really is.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
And there are plenty of things Republicans need to clean up. There are plenty of things that
people need to know too.
clean up.
Speaker Johnson said this on the interview I did with him last week. In 90 years, the party in power has only gained seats in Congress twice.
Yeah.
So, I can, with the war going on, with prices of gas being where they are and people being upset about that, I can only hope that people see the contrast between what will happen if you put the Democrats back in charge in Congress. I mean, the first thing that they're going to do if they take over the House is impeach Trump, do all these investigations over and over again. They'll be investigating the whole Trump family. It'll just be nothing but a bunch of crap for 2 years until Trump gets out of office.
And they'll do everything they can to you got a preview for the previous 4 years prior to the presidential election of what Democrat control will look. I mean, look at all it's just like the people flooding.
This ad that Don Davis is running again. Don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe the fact that I've rubber stamped all of the immigration policies that allowed 11 million people in or something like that in the southern border when Biden was president. Just believe your lying eyes. Believe what I'm telling you in this ad. I'm the champion of the southern border. I mean, I can't even believe that Don would run an ad about the southern border. It's laughable.
Yeah.
But he's going to be the guy that leads the charge to keep fentanyl from coming in from Mexico. It's infuriating because, it's insulting to the voters. But you know what? The sad thing about it is the average voter doesn't know the difference. they just look at that 30-second ad and go, oh, yeah, well, Don's doing something to help us down there at the southern border. I'm going to vote for him.
He's not like
he rubber stamped
like
every
AOC.
immigration vote.
Yeah.
And you know what else he did? What Congressman Hudson mentioned this last night. You know what else what he didn't vote on? Boys playing in women's sports.
Oh, you're kidding me.
He took a walk and didn't vote on that. And Congressman Hudson told us last night he was there in the chamber and voted on something prior to that. Left the chamber, didn't vote on boys and women's sports, and then came back and voted in something else later that day. So he was not available for the boys and women's sports vote. Typical Don Davis. That could stick to me and hurt me in the election. I'm just not going to vote. Take a stand, Don. You rubber stamp everything else the Democrats do, but I guess that one was just a little bit too far left for you. There was a debate last night in the Senate race in South Carolina, and Lindsey Graham's sister, Darlene Graham, was asked a question by Greta Van Susteren, and she blew it. And I don't know how this is going to affect her, but it was not a good moment for Darlene Graham, Lindsey Graham's sister. I'll play it for you next.
Make the summer shift into huge savings at Greenville Toyota. Shift into low payments. Shift into fuel-efficient and hybrid models like Camry's $229 a month, RAV4's $269. It's the summer shift at Greenville Toyota.
Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium like it. There's nothing like game days in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Football is special here, and that's because of you. It takes all of us to have success. The 2026 season is right around the corner. Season tickets start as low as $75. Get yours today.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
The summer shift is on at Greenville Toyota. Get massive savings on a huge Toyota selection. Then shift into Tacomas, $249 a month. Tundras, $399 at Greenville Toyota, where our volume saves you money.
One of them forgot to bring the breakfast this morning, and the other one is pretty ticked off about it. Let's see if you can figure out which is which. This is Talk of the Town. Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson are on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Hey, a new school year is here and all the germs that come with it at Advantage Therapy Solutions. They've got everything you need to fight sickness at the onset, from the top-of-the-line supplements like vitamin C and zinc to immune-boosting essential oils. They've got you covered. Their red light and green light pod, especially designed to build immunity and fight illness. Is it right for you? With the membership specials, now's the time to stop wondering and start healing. Here's what one of their patients, Kim, had to say about red light therapy. She said, Advantage Therapy Solutions continues to be amazing and advantageous to my overall health. Every employee is very helpful and caring. All areas of Advantage Therapy Solutions are superb. I look forward to going regularly. It's been life-changing for me. Don't miss out on the important events because of sickness. Stay strong all year. Visit Advantage Therapy Solutions. Call 252-689-8729 to book your free consultation and first treatment. That's 252-689-8729. Schedule your free consultation at Advantage Therapy Solutions, located just up the street on Arlington Boulevard here, right across from WITN Studios, actually. Last night in South Carolina, GOP Senator Darlene Graham could not answer a question.
Candidate. She's not. I guess she is a senator.
She's a sitting senator, yeah. They appointed her after Lindsey Graham, her brother, died. This is the first time I've heard her talk. This is not impressive, and I don't know how this is going to affect her. She's got a strong opponent in Congressman Ralph Norman. That primary runoff for that Senate seat in South Carolina is next Tuesday. Darlene Graham is Lindsey Graham's sister. I guess she never got married. Is that the deal? Lindsey never got married. Her name's still Graham, or maybe she's just using the name Graham. So Greta Van Susteren was the moderator last night, and she asked Darlene Graham this question, and Darlene Graham just absolutely fumbled it.
Senator, are Taiwan and the South China Sea national security issues for the United States? If so, why?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Are Taiwan and the South China Sea national security issues for the United States, and if so, why or how?
I'm just going to be honest here. I'm not on national security. I'm not that informed on national security, so.
Jesus.
But I do support the military. My brother was in the Air Force for 33 years, so I will do everything I can to support the military. My dad was in the Army.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
enough.
a
That's enough.
politician.
You can hear she fumbled it. And you know, the average if you ask the average person about the problems with Taiwan and the South China Sea, they probably couldn't answer it. They probably don't realize that China really wants Taiwan back. And there's a lot of people that wouldn't understand that. But when you're a sitting United States senator, now give her a little bit of a break because she was thrust into this when her brother died weeks ago.
Yeah, but she was just going to fill out the term, and now all of a sudden, for whatever reason, she decides she wants to stay there. Probably the same reason everybody else who gets elected wants to stay there.
Well, I mean, you know, the voters will decide. Again, Ralph Norman is a very strong candidate running against her. Now, and the other thing I will say, too, is she has said from the beginning, in the short time she's been in the Senate, that she is not her brother. That, you know, of course, Lindsey Graham was an international issues expert.
He's a neocon.
Well, he was an expert. I mean, he knew everything about what was going on in other countries. She says that she wants to focus more on domestic issues because she's been a working mom. So I guess she is married or was. But that flub up on the stage last night,
that was bad.
Could put Ralph Norman back in the driver's seat in that seat. I mean, Ralph Norman's gonna use that to really hammer her, and you know,
he should.
It's fair, yeah.
He should.
It's a fair thing. You can't.
I mean, how hard is it to say China's a strategic threat to the U.S.? We're not going to be bullied by China. I mean, how hard is it to just have a basic working knowledge?
I don't think she understood the problem between Taiwan and China. I don't think she understood that.
Well, but then that's on her staff.
But the
If
question,
she didn't understand it.
But the
that's
question wasn't about China; it was about Taiwan. They did mention the South China Sea, but
again, she should know that. She should have a working awareness of that. I'm not saying a working
don't
knowledge.
Disagree.
But at
Don't
least
don't
yeah,
disagree.
But at least a working away. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
That was embarrassing, no doubt. This was interesting yesterday in the wake of Fauci's appearance at that hearing. If there was any question about whether there was a conspiracy to cover up that COVID came from a Wuhan, China lab, it got answered yesterday. One of the top lieutenants in Fauci's inner circle, David Morens, who was the one of his top people at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, was before a judge yesterday and pleaded guilty to conspiring against the United States government. This has to do with the fact that there was an effort to block an investigation into whether or not they were covering up the Wuhan lab. And he is now admitting that he did it. He said, we did it. He said they did everything they could to keep people who were investigating whether or not the virus came from the lab in China. And, there was all sorts of leaks about, it coming from bats and other animals and people eating rats and stuff like that. But, this is why Fauci, the idea that Fauci went up to that congressional hearing and I guess it was in the Senate hearing, and said that Rand Paul, the reason he wasn't going to answer questions is because it was a witch hunt from Rand Paul and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The real reason is what we found out yesterday. There's a lot of there. Now, is there enough there
absolutely.
that Fauci could have been indicted if he didn't get pardoned? But the fact that he got pardoned and that he went to Biden and said, you got to pardon me before you leave office, it should answer everything for you. And now you got one of the top people in his inner circle that admitted we covered it up.
Yeah.
Here's another interesting cover-up. Fang's back in the news. Congressman Eric Swalwell, who of course was at one time was the leader in the polls to become the next governor of California. Now he's been found to have had an affair with this Chinese intelligence operative, Christine Fang. And, of course, he denied that. I mean, I would have, too. If I was having an affair with a Chinese spy, I probably would have denied it also. But the records now show that that Fang left the United States and went back to China before the FBI could get to her. The FBI was closing in on this Chinese spy, Christine Fang, that we now know as Fang. They were questioning everybody around Eric Swalwell and Christine Fang, and then all of a sudden Christine Fang was gone. She was back in China. I'm a little bit surprised that the FBI didn't take her passport to keep her from going back to China, but they obviously blew that. Or did they, this happened under Biden, did they enable Fang? And now Swalwell has had to admit that he did have a physical relationship with this woman who was clearly a Chinese spy. Her parents were high up in the CCP, the Communist Chinese Party. Yeah.
Big Hen, forget TikTok. Fang was the original app accessing America politicians. Yeah. Forget TikTok.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
True. So true. All right, 7:48. More talk of the town coming up. We got sports coming up and news on Harold Varner III and what's going to happen to his future. Great golfer of course, cut his teeth here at ECU, and now one of the top golfers in professional golf. We'll be back with that in a minute.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human. About creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
Well, the talks with Iran are on hold as the UAE says Iran fired 2 ballistic missiles toward the country and suspends trade and commercial activity and escalating threats. Analysts warn Tehran is running out of options and assets, but episodes like this show the threat still persists. I don't think that Iran has any intentions of making a deal with the United States. And I think Trump probably has figured that out by now.
But how do you get out of it?
Well, you can't mess with it until after the election. I tell you what, the election is November 3rd. If I was the people in Iran, I would hit the underground bunker on November 4th. As soon as the election is over. I think we may go in there and just level the place. But he ain't going to do it before the election.
See, why not? You'd be better off doing it before the election.
No, it'll cost the Republicans the election if we go in there and just
and it's
start
not now?
Killing civilians and level the. I mean, we can't do that.
And what's going on now is not going to cost them.
Could, but I think there's no resolution to it. No resolution to it. There's no way to get out of this right now is the way it looks to me. All right, you got some sports? Let's do our sports update and our Pirate Report. Let's see who brings us our Pirate Report this hour. It's none other than our friends at Bill Clark Homes, building family traditions in Greenville and Washington. I saw Lance Clark at the football banquet on Monday. Saw everybody there. What a great event that was. All right, here's our Bill Clark Homes Pirate Report and Sports Update with PJ.
Due to the forecast, some have moved high school football games from Friday to Thursday night for week 1 of the 2026 campaign. J.H. Rose and Northern Nash will kick off at 7:30 on Thursday, and you'll hear that contest on 94.3 The Game. Our guy Tommy Bass tells us that Edenton has moved its season opener to Thursday night also. The Aces host Pasquotank tomorrow night at 7. A couple of moves in the college athletics administration ranks. UAB and longtime AD Mark Ingram have agreed to part ways after 11 years. Blazers men's basketball coach Andy Kennedy will serve as the interim athletic director while continuing to lead the Hoops program. And Campbell athletic director Hannah Bazemore is leaving after 4 years in charge. She's moving on for an athletics position at Florida State. Liv is ending its season a week early after canceling the team championship in Michigan. Next week's event in Indianapolis will now be the season finale. And there are reports that say John Rahm could leave Liv and return to the PGA Tour, similar path to which Brooks Koepka took. Meanwhile, Bryson DeChambeau has committed to play a DP World event in South Africa this December, so he may be going the Patrick Reed route. No word on HV3's future, at least on my end. ESPN co-founder Bill Rasmussen has died at the age of 93 following a battle with Parkinson's disease. He helped launch ESPN with his son Scott in 1979, turning the hour of a 24-hour sports network into what became the world woke leader in sports. Worldwide leader, but has recently become the world woke leader. Big Hen, that'll do it for this
I like
hour.
that. The world woke
Back to
leader.
you.
That's what it's become.
I mean, it's really what it's become.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know Harold Varner's, Harold's a friend, and I haven't talked to him about this, but I did want to mention that Harold has crept into the top 10 money winners and point leaders in LIV. He is now in at number 10 after his win, his number 2 finish up in New York, not last weekend, weekend before that. He won $2.2 million. He's won about $6.5 million this year on the LIV tour.
You know, there's word that some of those guys have not been getting paid.
Yeah.
Or they're still
awaiting
payment.
The Saudis have pulled out. Saudi Arabia's out. So
yeah. So I hope Harold has gotten his money, and I hope he has saved his money that he's gotten the last few years. I really do.
He got a huge paycheck to leave the PGA and go to LIV.
Right.
That's in addition to his winnings. So
right. Yeah.
I think Harold's doing okay, but I think the days of the LIV are numbered. He may be coming back to the PGA, and it will help him that he's in the top 10. All right, we'll be back after the news.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arrgh! Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Grimes Built Construction is currently building homes in Pitt and Beaufort County, and they're always looking for land to start new neighborhoods. Grimes Built Construction is a custom home builder, but also builds beautiful spec homes in all price ranges. These aren't cookie cutter homes. A Grimes built home has great design, character, and the extra detail you desire.
This is Chad Grimes with Grimes Built Construction. If you're in the market for a new home or if you have land for sale, give me a call, 252-717-1418.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU baseball. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
This is a standard hole belt you can get at any fashion brand, department store, or Amazon. They can be nice, look good, even sometimes expensive. The downside, they're only limited to 5 holes. Not to mention these holes wear out in less than a year. So this is an Anson belt, micro-adjustable holeless belt. Instead of 5 holes 1 inch apart, we have 30+ options spaced 1/4 inch apart, giving you the perfect fit every time. This track system uses a magnetic mechanism that won't break like a spring-loaded mechanism will over time. Slide your belt through, click, click, click. That's the sound of a perfect fit. Check us out at AnsonBelt.com.
WNCT 9 on your side newsroom. This is your Talk of the Town information update. Here's Patrick Johnson.
Happening today, East Carolina University will test its ECU alert system. It'll happen at 10:55 this morning. Alerts may be sent by text and email and heard over campus phones and loudspeakers. Campus computers may also receive a test message. A new hotel is a step closer to downtown Greenville. The Planning and Zoning Commission approved a rezoning at Evans and Reed. Developers want to build a 100 to 120 room hotel with a parking deck. The request now goes to the city council. Snapper's Grill and Steam Bar reopens today in Morehead City after a weekend break-in. The restaurant sustained damage to its ceiling and kitchen. The doors reopen at 11 this morning. A new Elon University poll finds more than 3/4 of North Carolinians consider themselves working class. That includes 84% of Republicans, 79% of Democrats, 71% of independents. The poll director says that identity could matter at the ballot box. Faith leaders are pushing back against a Republican elections bill vetoed by Governor Josh Stein. The bill would shorten early voting for primaries and runoffs and make ballot challenges easier. Opponents call it voter suppression, including Bishop William Barber. Republicans say it would strengthen election security. Many hospitals in the South and Midwest are adding new legal protections for doctors providing emergency pregnancy care in states with strict abortion laws. A new Duke University study finds some hospitals are offering criminal defense attorneys and job protections if doctors face prosecution. Others are using medical panels to determine whether an emergency abortion is legally allowed, taking some of the burden off individual physicians. Researchers say the protections also are helping hospitals recruit and keep doctors. An arrest has been made in the burglary of late NASCAR driver Greg Biffle's home. Investigators say more than $30,000 in cash, firearms, and NASCAR memorabilia were stolen. Iredell Sheriff Darren Campbell
obtained over multiple search warrants, over 24 search warrants in this specific case, analyzed cell phone records, cellular tower information, and other electronic devices.
Investigators add that those electronic records placed 44-year-old Terrell Williams of Stone Mountain, Georgia, at Biffle's residence. Williams was the man who was arrested.
Again this morning in the 70s. We do have heat advisories in our southern zones. Not quite as hot today. Upper 80s at the coast, lower 90s inland. Real feels upwards of 105. Maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two late afternoon and evening. Overnight lows in the 70s. Hot again on Thursday. Upper 80s to mid 90s. We'll have some thunderstorms coming in at night, a little more likely, and then even more likely on Friday and Saturday with temperatures in the 80s. From the Storm Team 9 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Rob Martin for Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
75 degrees in Greenville, 77 in New Bern, it's 74 in Jacksonville, 75 in Little Washington, Williamston at 74, 78 in Havelock, 77 down at the Crystal Coast. And Talk of the Town on Talk 103.7, Talk 96.3, and the IBX Media app with the 8 o'clock hour straight ahead.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Greenville Marine Outdoor Shop is your fishing headquarters with an amazing selection of rods and reels, lures and artificial baits, fishing tackle, and more. Plus, we're your hunting headquarters with all kinds of shotguns, hunting rifles, ammo, and accessories, and we're your archery center, too.
For better service, quality, selection, and more, we've got them. Come see them. Our deals, you won't believe them.
Greenville Marine Outdoor Shop, 3600 Marine Drive in Greenville. Visit us online at greenvillemarine.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Need cash for a vacation? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the vacation cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
Need to insure a boat in Edenton, a business in Elizabeth City, a car in Greenville? How about a farm truck in Mount Olive or a home on the Outer Banks? Weatherly Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with 6 locations in eastern North Carolina, is here to help. Weatherly Insurance Agency has agents you can get to know because they're your neighbors and live in your town. Call today, 888-OBX-2-IBX, or on the web at weatherlyinsurance.com. From the Outer Banks to the Inner Banks, Weatherly Insurance has you covered.
Make every day electric on the Kawasaki Electro 20 electric balance bike. Maximize the fun with long run times, impressive top speed, and Kawasaki build quality. Easy adjustability and smooth handling make everyday riding more enjoyable. And the standard MTB type tires provide off-pavement capability. The Kawasaki Electro 20 is the electric balance bike that's built to rip. Go to Ron Ayers Motorsports, Memorial Drive north of the airport in Greenville.
I just love the show. Here we go with the show. Talk of the town. It's like doom scrolling without the doom. And even without the scrolling.
Put that damn phone down and listen to me.
Real talk for Eastern North Carolina.
You might even say it's
the ultimate. Now from the Town Bank studio, here's Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Every morning.
All right, Wednesday morning here live in the studio. We're here in the Town Bank studio. We'll be here today and tomorrow. A lot of love in this room. A lot of on Friday morning.
Hey now.
We're going to be live at Bite at the Box in Atlantic Beach, right on the waterfront. Very excited about that. We're going to be down there thanks to the Atlantic Beach King Mackerel Tournament. And one of our sponsors this morning, on Friday morning, is going. It's not going to be not at the Carteret County Studios. I don't know why you're playing that. We're going to be at Bite at the Box.
You're still going to be down by the sea.
Well, that's true. You automatically think it's got something to do with being by the sea. That sound, that ringtone. Also, thanks to Champions of Atlantic Beach and Atlantic Station, the great Greg Lassiter. I've invited Greg to come by. He's going to sponsor our show down at Atlantic Beach on Friday morning. So we'll talk to the guys about the second big fishing tournament of the year coming up down on the Crystal Coast. Going to be another hot day here on Wednesday. Temperatures in the 90s again. Yesterday was smoking hot. Good Lord.
Yeah.
94 today, 94 tomorrow. We have thunderstorms coming in Thursday night. And Friday we got a 50% chance of rain. Michael, have you checked the forecast to see if we can be outside at Bite at the Box? Let's see what the Friday morning forecast looks like. Rain chances on Friday morning are a lot lower at the beach. Partial cloudiness earlier, and the thunderstorms won't come until the afternoon, so we should be fine to be outside on top of Bite at the Box. That's a beautiful view up there. You get the view of all of Atlantic Beach, and then you see the ocean on the other side. We always enjoy that. So we'll be there. I tell you what, though, I'm kind of ready for this hot weather to go. I'm in the end of August, tired of hot weather mode already. I'm ready for cooler temperatures. When we were in France in the evenings, it was sweater weather. It would be like mid-October in eastern North Carolina in the evenings when we were over there. And I kind of was like, man, this is kind of nice. Because, again, we were on that same latitude with like Canada, with like Toronto, and so it was cooler in the evenings. This smoking hot weather's I'm kind of done with it. I'm ready for football season. I'm ready for the Alabama game. The Pirates start the season September with the Alabama Crimson Tide.
5th.
Is it the 5th? That's a late start, isn't it?
Well, kind of the way the calendar falls.
Alabama!
Yeah. Are the interns excited about football season? Cameron, do you go to the football games?
I do not, because I've always had to work.
Look at you. You are such a diligent young woman.
Thank you.
You don't have to work here that day.
No, sir. No, I don't have to work. I used to work like
You have other jobs. What was your other job?
well, I still work it, but I work with people with special needs.
God, is Cameron too good to be true, you think?
That's far more important than a stupid football game.
So I used to get off at like 8:30. So, but I don't get off that late anymore.
Now I figured out why you've done so well in there with Michael, because you're already working with people with special needs.
Exactly. I'm used to it now. Michael is nothing.
Logan, Logan the intern, do you go to the football games?
Yes, sir. Ever since I started at ECU, I've been to every single home game.
Your dad's a big Pirate fan, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yep,
you guys
we
are
went
big
to
Pirates. I like that about your family. I like everything about you two interns. You two are exceptionally good human beings.
Thank
These two interns have given me a new perspective on young people and hope for the future. In fact, I think all of our interns, we had one this summer that, I heard some stories
Who was
about one of, you think I'm going to call it a name after that? We had a big intern
Boy,
program.
girl.
I'm not saying.
We'll talk after this.
I'm not telling you ever. I'm not telling you ever. I just heard through some of our other managers that there was some issues. As Walter Jones would say, there were issues.
Cameron, just ask him again in about 10 minutes. He'll forget he said he wasn't going to tell, and he'll say it.
That is the truth.
It's not the truth.
Wow.
Cameron,
Joe
don't go down that
She
road
shoots,
with
she scores.
Patrick. I have this
She
high
shoots,
opinion
she
of you.
scores.
Wow. That was the first disrespectful thing any of these interns have
That
ever
was,
said to me.
she dissed you a little bit.
She did. I have a new opinion of you now, Cameron. There's an article out this morning about Dave Bollick. I have said ever since Dave won the auditor's race that he will be the candidate for governor in North Carolina in 2028. And I think he's going to be the strongest one we've had since McCrory. We've just not had. I mean, I love Dan Forrest.
Wasn't a great candidate.
Mark Robinson.
Oh,
what do you got to say about Mark? What do you say about
Here's
Mark
the scary
Robinson?
thing. Had Robinson run, though, when Forrest had run, who knows?
Well, he did run. He ran for lieutenant governor.
Right, but had he run for governor, who knows what would have happened? Probably the same thing. All this garbage he was doing would have come to light.
The Democrats had the goods on him. They just waited for the right
some others
moment
did
to.
too. Right.
So
Some
they gave it to
others did too.
CNN, and CNN released it at the right moment.
Yeah.
I keep seeing Mark on Facebook. I'm Facebook friends with him. I don't want to see him anymore. I want him to go away and not be in the public eye. He's trying to reinvent himself.
Well, he's trying to reinvent himself as kind of an influencer type.
Yeah.
He's trying to build his profile as someone who comments on,
He's like
the
Don
culture
Davis.
wars
He needs a paycheck. I mean, Don does what he does because he needs a paycheck. But anyway, Dave Bollick, this article on Dave Bollick talks about Dave Bollick's greatest hits, and it talks about, how he did a speech yesterday at the Charlotte Rotary Club. And he's the big things that he's uncovered as state auditor, of course, are the highly publicized messes in Rocky Mount and Cary. As bad, he's uncovering the bad choices being made by public officials in North Carolina. Rocky Mount, he uncovered the fact that city officials blew through $100 million in less than 14 months. That just blows my mind. I'm still trying to figure out how you spend $100 million in 14 months. And the people in Rocky Mount are going to keep electing those people that did it. God, you poor people in Rocky Mount, I feel bad for you. Here's the answer. Get Lisa Barnes over there, your state senator, to put in a bill to do away with the districts or the wards or whatever you call it in Rocky Mount and just have open elections. Or actually, it would be the other way around, wouldn't it? They have open elections. They need wards.
They would need.
They would need
wards
district. I had that exactly.
Or a
backwards.
commission or a district. Yeah, that's okay. But it doesn't need to be a wide open all skate.
That's what happens.
That has created problems.
I mean,
That
Greenville
can create problems.
Greenville would have the same problem if we had no districts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to have districts.
Yeah.
You got to have if you don't have districts, because they've run into a little bit of this, I guess, in Jacksonville too.
Yes.
You're going to get, we talk about representation of all people. You're going to get areas that aren't going to get represented.
Yeah.
At all. They won't have their voices heard at all.
Well, and it's just about who turns out to vote at that point. So anyway, Dave Bolick, of course, has uncovered the big mess in Rocky Mount. We knew it was bad. We didn't know how bad it was until Dave got in there. And Kerry, he found extravagant spending.
Yeah, that's
including a $120,000 video for a city council retreat. Jeez. So here's what's coming up. He says, here's what's about to be released by the state auditor. His office in Charlotte are producing a mid-September report that will provide details on initial spending on David Tepper, the owner of the Carolina Panthers. $650 million was pledged to support the renovations of Bank America Stadium. Tepper is kicking in a similar amount for the $1.3 billion project. And the state auditor office, Dave Bolick, is now looking at how that money is being spent, the $650 million worth of public funds. He's also planning to release his office's first audit on the North Carolina Education Lottery since 2008. The lottery has continued to spend about $1 billion annually on North Carolina public education coffers, even as the lottery revenue increased from $4.4 billion to $5.4 billion to $6.6 billion over the last 3 years. Where's the rest of the money?
Yeah.
$6.6 billion, and only $1 billion of that going to public education, which is where all of it, we were told, was going to go.
Now, that's more of a lawmaker's thing than a lottery thing.
Yeah. I mean, anytime there's a pot of money, it's just like what happened with the gambling apps, the gaming money that we heard that the universities were going to get, and it turned out instead of getting $12 million like we were told ECU might get, they got $350,000. Well, no, that's not right. $3.5 million.
Yeah, I mean, they got
$3.5 million.
Right, yeah. and that's a drop in the bucket at UNC and possibly State.
Yeah, so they took the rest of the money and they put it in the general fund.
Right.
Which, it's hard to argue against that, though, because, at least that'll keep taxes down.
But then you look at what happened when money's going to a local HOA. I mean, there's just the problem are the elected officials, man.
Bolick is also doing a report, preparing a report on the North Carolina Opportunity Scholarships, which is the school choice money that it's got millions of dollars of public funds going to students that are not attending public schools but attending private schools. And, of course, that's been very controversial because a lot of the Democrats keep saying that you're robbing public schools to give money to private schools. But
what is he looking into there?
I don't know. It just says it's going to be the first ever report on NC Opportunity Scholarships.
I got
if you got a child that's going to private school and you're paying these high tuition fees for private school, you're still paying state taxes, and so
Well, here's the other part of it as well. It's not about educating the kids. It's about how do we do on our test results in public schools, by and large. Now, how do we do on our EOGs? You're teaching towards a test. You're not teaching to educate. You're not teaching to broaden horizons and broaden minds now in public school.
You know, I hear that all the time, that you're teaching to the test, but what's on the test? Isn't the test what they're supposed to be learning?
Yeah, but think back when you were in school in the dark ages, and when I was in school in a more modern time.
We didn't have EOGs.
Right, you were taught critical thinking. You were taught necessities in life to advance your education. I mean, now they're teaching towards these tests, and then they're also, as we outlined in the first hour, they're preaching ideology.
Yeah. We talked last hour about this socialist that got elected last night in Florida. If you missed that whole thing,
a nice one.
It's happened again. Another declared socialist, this state representative, Angie Nixon, just won the Democratic nomination from Florida for U.S. Senate. She was not supposed to win in the polls. She beat another left-winger, but this woman's crazy. She's a communist. She's a socialist. Here's a piece of audio. You sent this. This is a piece of audio where you can.
This is in the Florida
legislature.
Florida, I guess. Yeah, legislature. Yeah.
She's got a bullhorn running through the aisles of the legislature while they're trying to conduct a session in the state house. It's hard to understand what she's saying, but it's a bunch of BS. Roll that if you would, Logan. Jeez. All right. Enough. Kill it, Cameron.
Big hint. She's just an average person. She's just a working mom. She's a lunatic. She is a socialist lunatic.
One of our listeners, one of our troll
who's also
listeners,
a lunatic.
I don't know if he's a lunatic.
Okay.
He's a rubber stamp for the Democrats, and no matter what the Democrats do, he's
brainwashed.
He put a comment on our Facebook a minute ago. What was the comment? I can't find it now.
That she was just an average.
She's an average mom.
person.
She's an average.
Yeah,
person.
an average mom.
Does that sound like an average person right there?
No, that sounds like a lunatic.
God.
Sounds like a socialist.
Here it is. Here's his comment. It says view hidden comments. Patrick, is she loony because she's a regular folk, not a millionaire, doesn't take corporate donations, and clearly not running to enrich herself? Yeah, so he thinks she's just an average person. I responded back.
That's an average person.
Just a good old American socialist, huh? Regular folk.
Yeah.
She's regular folk.
That's what she is. She's just an average lady.
All right, we got a community
Jimmy and Jane
spotlight coming up next. We've got a fundraiser for a very sick child down in Carteret County. Going to talk about that next.
Hi, I'm D.R. Alligood.
And I'm his daughter, Jessica.
For 11 years, we have built quality driveways and parking lots for both your residential and commercial needs. We also offer free on-site quotes to have your custom driveways built the way you want.
Call AA Hauling, 252-946-1227 or AAHauling.com.
Need to insure a boat in Edenton, a business in Elizabeth City, a car in Greenville? How about a farm truck in Mount Olive or a home on the Outer Banks? Weatherly Insurance Agency, an independent insurance agency with 6 locations in eastern North Carolina, is here to help. Weatherly Insurance Agency has agents you can get to know because they're your neighbors and live in your town. Call today, 888-OBX-2-IBX, or on the web at weatherlyinsurance.com. From the Outer Banks to the Inner Banks, Weatherly Insurance has you covered.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Healthwise Pharmacy rounds the bases with all of your infusion, retail, compounding, and medical equipment needs. Locally owned and operated by pharmacist Marcy Parker, Healthwise has grown to be your most trusted provider for infusion services. Currently providing in-home or on-site infusions in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit Healthwise Pharmacy at 615B South Memorial Drive or call 252-295-0059 to speak to a patient service representative to find the option that best suits your needs.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Grimes Built Construction is currently building homes in Pitt and Beaufort County, and they're always looking for land to start new neighborhoods. Grimes Built Construction is a custom home builder, but also builds beautiful spec homes in all price ranges. These aren't cookie-cutter homes. A Grimes-built home has great design, character, and the extra detail you desire.
This is Chad Grimes with Grimes Built Construction. If you're in the market for a new home or if you have land for sale, give me a call, 252-717-1418.
Waiting to become your welcome to the day.
This is Talk of the Town on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All righty. You know, fall brings new routines, new plans, and sometimes new expenses. Whether you're preparing for back-to-school costs, tackling home improvements, planning a fall getaway, or handling unexpected expenses, a personal loan from Telco Credit Union can help you. Enjoy an easy application process, quick loan decisions, and the personalized service you expect from your local credit union. Ready for whatever the season brings? Apply at telcu.com or visit the locations in Greenville or Tarboro. Loans are subject to credit approval and restrictions may apply. Give them a call or stop in for full details. Federally insured by NCUA. All right, 8:32. Coming up, there is going to be a fundraiser down in Carteret County, I believe it is. And we are going to try to help a young man. On the telephone with me right now is Lena Boker. Am I pronouncing your name right, Lena? Your last name?
It's Boucher, but close enough.
Oh, you're
Yes,
you're Francais. Boucher.
Well, my husband has
Michael's
lineage
Michael's
from
got
there.
your name spelled wrong anyway. So Michael, take that down. It's not her name.
It's okay. It's close enough.
He's got B-O-C-H. It's B-O-U-C-H-E-R. All right.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to try to help a young child who's 3.5 years old. And his name is what?
Worth Wallen.
All right, Worth. And what is the story with Worth? He's got a pretty bad medical condition, right?
Yes, sir. He has something called HLH, and I did not even know what HLH was when we began to start this fundraiser. And so, kind of a Cliff Note version of it, it is a rare life-threatening disorder in which the immune system becomes dangerously overactive, causing severe inflammation and damage to the body's cells and organs. So Worth is driven by a gene disorder that is extraordinarily rare, and only a small number of affected individuals are reported in the whole world. As of, I think it was May 2026, only 57 cases have been documented.
Oh, wow.
So for this little boy, that means that a disease, he is fighting a disease with very few children have been involved and very few doctors will ever encounter.
That's wild. And
It is.
I saw that he's the family staying at the Ronald McDonald House. Is he being treated here at ECU Health?
I think so. I'm not exactly sure. I think they're in between there and Raleigh. I'm not exactly sure. I am the spokesperson. Luckily, the
Okay.
family was kind enough to let me speak on their behalf.
Well, anyway,
they're-
you're doing a fundraiser to support this young man and his family and their added expenses, I'm sure, which are huge. Taking off work, having to stay away from home to try to get him some medical treatment. Does the family live in Morehead City? Where do they live?
They live in Morehead City, and they go to the little boy goes to our preschool at Glad Tidings, and he also does summer camp with us. And he is such a sweet, vivacious, funny child. They're actually at the UNC Chapel Hill. I just got a text from the lady who's organizing it. But
all right.
He is such a sweet young man, and they've been fighting this since, I think, the 4th of July. He came down with this again. It happened last summer, but they didn't really know what was wrong, and so he kind of got better. And then moving into this summer, all the things started coming up again. His whole body, his lymph nodes swelled up all over his whole body, and so they started doing, all the tests to kind of try to find out. And within that testing, they amassed, probably close to $200,000 in medical bills.
Oh, my God. Well, you see a child, 3.5-year-old, beautiful little boy that's got a life-threatening disease. It just hits you right in the heart. And so I hope people will come out for your fundraiser. I know you're having a special dinner that's being put together with our buddy Jeremy over at Fat Fellows. Is that the deal?
Yes, sir. And we're so happy. Just first, thank you for letting me come on.
Sure.
I emailed you just to let your viewers know. I emailed you and you got back to me very quickly. And it's just, you do amazing things for Eastern North Carolina.
Oh,
so first, I want to say thank you for that. Yeah. And then thank you to also for Fat Fellows, for he has been very helpful in supporting us and helping us support them. So the fundraiser is August the 29th. We are selling plates of food. You can get them to go, or you can get them and come in and eat. So if you come in and eat, then we will have a silent auction set up, which you can participate in. And we're getting lots of silent auction donations, but our ticket sales for our plates are going a little slower than we anticipated because we threw this together so quickly. So I wanted to kind of just put it out there. Ticket sales are going to proceed until Tuesday is the last day for ticket sales, coming up August the 25th. And you can order those through Glad Tidings. If you go to Facebook and you type in Worth and Glad Tidings, then it all pops up. We're selling T-shirts, we're selling decals, we have the plates for food to sell, and also silent auction items.
Yeah. And by the way, we're going to be this is a week from Saturday. Your
August the 29th.
Your fundraising dinner, and next Friday morning we're going to be live at Fat Fellows. So if you guys want to come over and promote this again to try to get more people to come over for the event on Saturday, Beth, feel free to come over to Fat Fellows next Friday morning. I'll put you back on.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's all help Worth in his fight against this dreaded disease, HLH. Buy a ticket, buy a T-shirt, buy something. Bring me a T-shirt at Fat Fellows and I'll buy one. How about that?
Yes, sir. We can definitely do that. I wanted just one more thing. So if you go to Facebook and you type in support Worth's HLH journey, it pops up to a family-run GoFundMe page.
Uh-huh.
And so you can donate there. And then also if you want to follow on Facebook, his mother has put out where you can follow his HLH journey, and that is called Worth's HLH Journey.
Man, I never heard of HLH, so I'm glad to know. I'm not glad to hear that we got a child in Eastern North Carolina with it, but it sounds like something very, very rare. And
I had never heard of it myself. I didn't even know it existed. And so, when his family came to Miss Greta at Glad Tidings and kind of told us, we've all been kind of on a journey to kind of discover and learn as much as we can to help support this family.
So this is a special dinner coming up a week from Saturday at Glad Tidings Church. Is Glad Tidings in Morehead?
Yes, sir, it is. It's across from West Carteret High School, and it's actually happening at the Family Life Center at the Glad Tidings Church.
Right. And you get some of Jeremy's great food from Fat Fellows. Can't beat it.
Yes. He has been so sweet taking care of us and working with Miss Sabrina and just making sure we have everything we need to support the family.
He's the best. He's a good guy, and he always does stuff like this to help out. All right, so we hope that people will participate in this. And Lena, it's great to hear from you this morning. Thanks for all your work on it. And again, we'll be at Fat Fellows next Friday morning, so come see us.
Oh, we will definitely show up, and I appreciate you just taking the time and having me on this morning. And thanks for sharing the word and spreading the news.
Yeah. Well, good luck with everything.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.
All right, 20 in front of 8. Back right after the break.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human, about creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender, hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Daughtridge Gas and Oil has been your dependable propane supplier for 95 years. Their trained technicians can service and properly install all your propane and natural gas appliances. Plus, Daughtridge Gas and Oil is your backyard expert with fire pits, grills, smokers, and more, including quality outdoor furniture at their Greenville Patio and Hearth Shop at 1901 Charles Boulevard. Go by and see the knowledgeable staff at Daughtridge Gas and Oil for propane delivery or call 756-1345.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
Henry Hinton and Patrick Johnson. Just the right amount of info, humor, and real talk for ENC. Get moving every morning with Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
All right, welcome back, 8:43, and welcome back to the program here. And we are going to be live at the beach coming up on Friday morning. Bite at the Box right on the waterfront down. There's a lot going on in the waterfront in Atlantic Beach. They're getting ready to finally do some big things down there, we hear. Maybe get a new hotel down there. Some other things. Yeah.
What do we got tomorrow, Big Hen? What are we doing tomorrow?
What are we doing tomorrow? You mean on the show tomorrow?
Yeah. Anything special? Or
let me look at the calendar.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't see anything special on the calendar tomorrow. You have something? You have something you'd like to suggest?
No. I open line Thursday. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, we could do that since we're going to be gone Friday. You want to do open line Thursday tomorrow? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, maybe we could do that.
By the way, speaking of hotel, I heard in your news this morning that the Planning and Zoning Commission here in Greenville last night approved the new hotel that's going to be built in downtown Greenville. Downtown Greenville has got some kind of neat things happening. We got one new high-rise hotel down there already with the Hilton Garden Inn with the bar, and they got a nice lounge and restaurant on top of it. I think they could have done more with the outside. Have you been in that yet? Have you been in the outside to the restaurant and bar at the top of the Hilton Garden Inn in Greenville?
Yeah, I've stayed there. Last year I stayed there a couple times.
Did you?
Yeah, and I thought it was a very nice hotel. And
I think they could have done more with the outside, though. It's just a really small outside area outside the bar there.
Yeah, well, and it's hard for me to say because they were never open. The reason I was staying there because I was working games, so they weren't open when I, like before I left, they weren't open.
Right.
And they weren't open by the time I got back to the hotel.
Yeah.
It's kind of a small window.
I took one of the grandkids down there for buffet breakfast one Saturday morning.
Yeah, that was
and that's the only meal I've had there so far.
Okay.
I went there. Our little guys group that has dinner once a month together. We went there one night, and had some libations. They did anyway, and dinner. I didn't eat that night because it was right when I was in the heat of my big weight loss.
So you didn't even. You just sat there.
I just sat with them while I watched them eat, but they said it was good. Yeah, but this new hotel is going to be at the corner of Reed Circle and Evans Street, right as you enter downtown, and it's going to be right across the street from the parking deck for the big student housing complex. And I heard you say this morning that this new hotel will have a parking deck.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like the third or fourth parking deck they've built in downtown Greenville. Remember the days when we used to talk about, wow, Greenville needs a parking deck. This will be like the fourth parking deck in downtown Greenville.
The parking decks are popping up like they're a vape shop
and those things are expensive to build too.
Or DG. Oh no, they're not cheap.
Do we know anything more about what kind of hotel it's going to be? Because the rumor that I keep hearing is that it could be a hotel that's associated with this hotel chain that builds hotels in college towns called The Graduate.
Like a collegiate theme?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you I stayed in one in Annapolis. It's a rumors has it.
Is that a rumor has it? Do we have a little rumor has it here?
Maybe somebody can call us on Open Line Friday tomorrow and give us more information.
I think we need a rumor has it segment.
Yeah. Rumor has it. Should we bring in the Hammer for that?
I love when the Hammer comes in and does rumor.
The Hammer does. The Hammer's got the rumors. For sure.
I love a rumor has it Hank Hinton segment. That was one of my favorite segments.
By the way, I've been talking about Governor McCrory coming to town and doing a big book signing for his new book. His new book is out. It's a biography. It's not an autobiography. He didn't write it. There was another person who wrote it with his permission. He didn't have any input into what the guy was going to say. And I think the guy did a pretty good job of telling the truth because he talked about McCrory's first 2 years being, such a game-changing governor's term. And then the last 2 years, it was pretty much a mess. And so last night I got a phone call from somebody who's working on this, and it looks like he's going to come to town. Michael, check your calendar, on October 15th, which is a Thursday, and they want us to set up a book signing for it's a game day, by the way. We got we had like 4 or 5 Thursday night football games this year.
Well, there's I think 4 off, or the potential for 4 off Saturday game days. You have a Friday.
Well, this is the night we play at UAB that night.
Right. You have a couple Thursdays, a Friday, and you've got a possible Friday after Thanksgiving.
So anyway, we might go out of the studio and do a book signing that morning on October 15th. I don't know where we're going to do it yet. We used to do these things at Great Harvest Bread before that.
Is there another breakfast possibility, Big Hen?
Well, we're doing Operation Santa Claus now at Golden Corral, but I don't think, and we'll do Operation Santa Claus again at Golden Corral. I'm not sure that's a great spot for the book.
I don't know. Is there somewhere else?
We'll work on it. We'll work. They want to do it in Greenville because he's also working with ECU. He's going to do an event that night, that afternoon at 3:00, a press conference that afternoon at 3:00. And actually, they're working with our friend Peter Franzia or the pollster. Peter's involved in this, from what I was told last night, and we're
When's
working.
Peter going to
with,
do a poll? Did you find that out?
I did not. I've not talked to Peter yet about doing. I guess he's waiting until after Labor Day to do a first poll. So we'll see. Do we have another break before sports? So we're good. Okay, good. Yeah, so we'll go out in the community somewhere here in Greenville. Someone offered already, when I mentioned this on there, they offered a spot down in Washington, but Governor wants to do it here in Greenville. So we'll do a fundraiser for Governor McCrory. Not a fundraiser, a book signing for. So many fundraisers going on.
Whoa.
Yeah. By the way, there's a fundraiser today in Morehead City. Richard Hudson, who I mentioned was here last night. We had dinner with him at Nino's last night. God, that was so good. I told Massimo when we were leaving last night, I mean, the food at Nino's is just. But I haven't been eating dinner. I try not to eat dinner, but, I can't pass up Nino's. There was pasta. There was steak.
Wow.
There were a great
You realize
salad.
dinner is a very social meal, and you're a very social individual, and so this just.
Well, that's why I don't go out for dinner, because if I go out, unlike the night I went to the Hilton Garden Inn and didn't eat, I did eat last night, and they had this incredible dessert last night, this pie that I don't know what it tastes like. It had like chocolate, peanut butter. It was like with whipped cream. It was like a big Reese's cup.
You could you could do breakfast, or you could skip breakfast. You could do a little snack midday to keep your energy up.
I can't skip. I can't skip breakfast.
Okay, well then you could skip lunch. You could just do a little snack.
I do skip lunch. I do skip lunch sometime. Yeah.
What are you eating, one meal a day now? Is that what we're hearing?
Well, I was. I've been eating dinner more and more recently. I'm not doing great at not eating dinner right now. I need to get back to it. I've leveled off. I lost like 45 pounds, and I'm leveled off.
You don't have to eat. You don't have to eat everything on the table. You can.
Well, allegedly that's true, but you know what happens. All right, you ready to do sports?
I am.
Let us do our sports update. Our sports update and Pirate Report this morning is brought to you by CCS Equipment Sales. CCS Equipment, proud to be your one-stop certified Takeuchi construction equipment dealer. I got through that without having to stop and phonetically now. Every time I've read this, when I've gone into the Pirate Report with CCS Equipment, I've had to go Takeuchi. That time I just got through it. At CCS Equipment, they succeed when you succeed. They're online at ccsequipment.com. All right, here's PJ with our Pirate Report and sports update and some changes coming, right, in the high school football schedule this week.
Yep, there are. Good for you, by the way. Cameron, get him a cookie for getting through that without slowing down. High school sports are ramping up across ENC as new gyms open and football season gets underway. Pamlico County, I saw this school over the weekend, opened its new gym with a volleyball sweep of Beargrass Charter. Green Central played its first match in its new gym, falling to Southside in 5 sets. Due to the forecast, some schools have moved games from Friday to Thursday night for week 1 of the high school football campaign. J.H. Rose and Northern Nash will kick off at 7:30 on Thursday night, and you'll hear that contest on 94.3 The Game. And our guy Tommy Bass tells us that the Edenton Aces have moved its season opener to Thursday night also, and they will square off against Pasquotank at 7. In the NFL, the Carolina Panthers are in Jacksonville for a joint practice with the Jags today. The teams meet in the preseason, and they'll play Friday night in Actionville. That will be heard on Talk 103.7 WTIB in its entirety, apparently. ESPN co-founder Bill Rasmussen has died at the age of 93 following a battle with Parkinson's disease. Rasmussen helped launch ESPN with his son in 1979, the idea of turning a 24-hour sports network into what became a phenomena. Rasmussen inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame last year. A couple of moves in the collegiate administration ranks. UAB's longtime athletic director, Mark Ingram, has agreed to part ways with the university after 11 years. So Andy Kennedy, who coaches the Blazers basketball team, will not only continue to lead the Hoops program, but also serve as the interim athletic director. Campbell athletic director Hannah Bazemore leaving after 4 years in charge in Bowie's Creek. She will move on to become the senior deputy AD at Florida State. Live Golf ending its season a week early, canceling this month's team championship in Michigan. Next week's Indianapolis event will now be the finale. Reports say John Rahm could leave Live for the PGA Tour, similar deal to which Brooks Koepka had, while Bryson DeChambeau is committed to play in a December DP World Tour event. And that's kind of the route Patrick Reed took to get back to the PGA Tour. So could that be the case? We'll see. All right, that'll do it for sports. Talk of the town here today. We're going to jump into some more of what's going on with the 5 at 5 2022, what's going on with Congress today on the Patrick Johnson Show, plus everything going on around the world of the Pirates.
All right, good. Sounds good. Congressman Hudson told me last night that he was in the Oval Office with President Trump the other day, and he was talking about NIL. So the president keeps saying he's going to do something about all this stuff, but I mean,
well, it's up to the Senate now. The Senate's got to do something.
Right. Any executive order he would, if they don't pass it, any executive order is going to get challenged in court. All right, let's check stocks from yesterday. Our Truist Investment Services stock market numbers brought to you by Scott Shook and Thomas Rouse of Truist. The Dow was down again yesterday, 116. Big day down on the NASDAQ yesterday, 355. Price of oil keeps going up, and that means the stocks keep going down. S&P 500 was down 53. Futures are all down this morning. The wait a minute, I'm looking at the wrong one here. Yeah, Dow Jones is down 116. NASDAQ down 355 on the futures, and the S&P 500 down 53. So those are the futures. They don't look good today either. All right, that's it for today. See you tomorrow, everybody.
Make the summer shift into huge savings at Greenville Toyota. Shift into low payments. Shift into fuel-efficient and hybrid models like Camry's $229 a month, RAV4's $269. It's the summer shift at Greenville Toyota.
Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium like it. There's nothing like game days in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Football is special here, and that's because of you. It takes all of us to have success. The 2026 season is right around the corner. Season tickets start as low as $75. Get yours today.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Register now.
You have a choice when you invest in insurance, and when you choose First State Insurance Advisors, you're working with people you can trust. Clark Stallings has deep ties in the community. His team, including Keaton Smith, Regina Asby, Phil Leyva, Max Joyner Jr., Max Joyner III, and Ginger Smith, provides knowledgeable and professional advice. First State Insurance Advisors is an independent insurance agency. They offer all types of personal insurance as well as various types for business. Call or email First State Insurance Advisors today. We want to be your trusted choice agency.
Visit Larry's Steakhouse for a tender hand-cut certified Angus ribeye. Other entrees include perfectly seasoned pork chops, chicken, or seafood favorites like shrimp, tuna, and salmon. Complement your meal with Larry's fresh 20-plus item salad bar, or enjoy it as an all-you-can-eat entree. Daily rotating favorites include meatloaf, chicken pastry, hamburger steak, spaghetti, pork chops, and more, all complemented with your favorite country sides. Whether it's for lunch, dinner, or our Sunday brunch, remember to support and eat local. Larry's Steakhouse.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
The summer shift is on at Greenville Toyota. Get massive savings on a huge Toyota selection. Then shift into Tacomas, $249 a month. Tundras, $399 at Greenville Toyota. where our volume saves you money.
Cable 7, your hometown station.